NCCAA and Bob Jones University promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting their participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the side of competition and other disciplinary actions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alumni Stadium on the campus of Bob Jones University for the NCCAA Division II South Regional Championship. Tonight's contest features the Takcoa Falls College Eagles and the Bob Jones University Bruins. At this time, we ask that you please stand for a word of prayer. Dear God, we are thankful for these student athletes and how they have invested in their programs throughout the course of this season. We ask that you protect them as they compete on the field, and above all, may everything said and done in this place be glorifying to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing and direct your attention to the flagpole provided by Upstate Granite Solutions for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for Takcoa Falls College. The goalkeeper, number 1, Brendan Huerta. Number 3, Iko Hudson. Number 5, Devin Bonarescu. Number 6, Evan Papadakos. Number 10, Patricio Benevendo. Number 12, Santiago Hidalgo. Number 13, Axel Sierra. Number 14, Nick Nunez. Number 21, Hector Tenorio. Number 22, Jabril Ahmed Giovanni. And number 26, Dylan Edmonds. Takcoa Falls is coached by Nathan Lowry. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the Bob Jones University Bruins. The goalkeeper, number 1, Luke Provenzano. Number 4, David Issa. Number 7, Bryce Revler. Number 9, Noah Burkett. Number 15, Will Hutchkin. Number 16, Rivers Hamilton. Number 17, Bucky Provenzano. Number 18, Samuel Gaddis. Number 19, Bryce Solomon. Number 24, Reed Bergen. And number 26, Dayo Anajoko. Bob Jones is coached by Greg Fulton.
Hello everybody and welcome to Alumni Stadium on the campus of Bob Jones University for the NCCAA Division II South Region Championship between the hosting Bob Jones University Bruins and the 3-seeded Takcoa Falls College Screaming Eagles. Both of these teams got here in dramatic fashion on Thursday, so there is no doubt in my mind that we will have another thriller here tonight. My name is Trenton Goldsmith and it's my privilege to be with you here. And if you missed Thursday night, then you missed some of the craziest soccer you could have ever seen. And I'll catch you up on that throughout the beginning of this match. Takcoa Falls gets the ball first. They're wearing blue. The Bruins are wearing white, and here we go. Takcoa Falls, the 3-seed, upset the 2-seed on Thursday night, Pensacola Christian College. And all 110 minutes of it, yes, it went into overtime, were just insane the whole entire time. They forced a PK shootout, and I think once they got there, they knew and they were pretty comfortable. Do you know what? We're going to win this semifinal and get to the region championship game for a chance to win the first region championship in program history. On the other side, the Bruins also had an insane game, insane semifinal, escaped an upset from Trinity College of Jacksonville, winning 3-2. They're back here in the region championship, trying to go back-to-back, trying to get 3 in 4 years. They're a dynasty, folks, but guess what? These Screaming Eagles have all the chances in the world to end that tonight. Starters for the Screaming Eagles. There are a couple new starters that didn't start on Thursday night. I'll get to them. Brandon Huerta, who, by the way, stopped 2 shots in the PK shootout, starting again as goalkeeper. He's joined by Cal Hudson, Devin Bodnarescu, Evan Papadakos, who is one of those new starters, Patricio Benevendo, Santiago Hidalgo, Axel Sierra, Nick Nunez, Hector Tenorio, who's the other new starter. Oh, risky right there! Takcoa Falls has a chance! And Takcoa, oh, what a save by Gaddis! It's a crazy start! Another save by the defense! What is happening right now? We're less than 2 minutes in! And the Bruins escape! Wow, this is exactly how Takcoa Falls wanted to start. Oh my goodness! They didn't even let me get through starters, and they're already trying to score. Sam Gaddis gave up his body to save that from being a goal. Provenzano was dead to rights. Gaddis, probably with a game-saving play already. The final 2 starters for the Screaming Eagles team are Jabril Giovanni and Dylan Edmonds. Oh, man. Starters for the Bruins: Luke Provenzano playing goalkeeper, David Issa, Bryce Ramler, Noah Burkett, Will Hodgkin, Rivers Hamilton, Sam Gaddis, Bucky Provenzano, Rice Solomon, Reed Bergen, and someone making their first career start tonight is Dio Onajoko. He's starting up top in place of Jackson Reinhardt. Burkett now trying to get a chance for the Bruins, and that one just too soft. Takcoa Falls trying to counter, trying to use their speed tonight. They did that a good amount. That's how they scored both of their goals against Pensacola in regulation, using speed. They forced corner kicks all night long, and on one of those corner kicks, there was a handball in the box on Pensacola, and it led to a PK goal for the second goal tonight. The first one was a takeaway and a shot from far out. Caught the goalie off guard. And by the way, that was 2 minutes into the game as well. So they have a knack for starting things early. Out for a Bruins throw, and everybody can take a breath, including myself. My goodness. That one's thrown, trying to get all the way to Onajoko, but just does not have enough. Taken away and dropped back. That goes all the way back to Huerta. From Bodnarescu. Bodnarescu was just named to an all-region team just yesterday. He's joined by a few of his teammates as that one's sent up in hopes to get to Tenorio. And that one's going to go up for a corner kick. Familiar for Takcoa Falls. They had so many on Thursday night. Edwin Gonzalez, who got the first goal of the game for Takcoa Falls, took most of the corner kicks on Thursday. He did not get the start tonight, so to kick this one is Papadakos, freshman midfielder. He had a great game the other night. Another chance here for Takcoa Falls to open the scoring. Hands in the air, sent into the box. That one's a great ball near the far post. It's bouncing around and kind of cleared out, but not all the way. Bodner rescued the ball at his feet with heavy pressure from Bryce Ramler. And finally, off the feet of Bodner rescue. Bruins trying to get the other way. Sending up Onajoko. That one's going to drift out of bounds. There was a moment about an hour ago where we thought the start of this game might have been delayed. You might be able to see in the distance some fog. Just about 30 minutes ago, that fog was all over the field, and on field level, you could barely see 10 feet in front of you. So there's a chance we were going to delay it. Glad to start on time. That one is a foul and a free kick for Takcoa Falls, controlling on the offensive side in the first 5 minutes tonight. Bruins are really feeling the pressure. This Takcoa Falls team is hot. They have had a historic season, trying to cap it off or at least keep it going with a region championship. Cleared away by Issa, the all-region defender. Again, this is Dio Onajoko's first career start in the region championship. Talk about nerves. Onajoko is a chemistry major. He's a very smart guy, freshman from Feltham, UK. Heavy pressure. Provenzano has to get it off his feet quickly. Gaddis, Bergen, and Provenzano must be on the same page tonight if the Bruins want to escape with a win. They do win a throw-in. Burkett will gather it, but then flick it up to Hamilton to take. Noah Burkett scored one of the most beautiful shots I've seen all year to open the scoring the other night for the Bruins. Got on his dominant left foot, and that thing had some topspin, and it dipped. Looking back, people thought it was deflected because it dipped down so low. But no, it was just a spin on the ball. Hotchkin wins another throw-in for the... Nope. That goes Takcoa Falls' way. Ahmed Giovanni taking it, one of the captains on this Screaming Eagles team. That one, I don't think ever got in, so I think the throw-in should be up there where it was taken. Hamilton's just going to stay there. Looking for his best option. That'll go out for a Takcoa Falls throw-in. These two teams played once this year to a 0-0 draw. Good touch. Ramler in the box. He's tripped up. And a goal kick. No penalty. Ramler's down. Clock's going to stop. A yellow's going to come out of the pocket, probably for an advantage from an earlier play. And that's shown to Will Hotchkin. Ramler is still down. Ramler has been taking a beating all year. Dealt with a concussion early on in the year. Dealt with stitches in his head from a elbow right above the eye. Has had discomfort throughout the year in his legs. And it feels like every game it just gets worse and worse. But he fights through it, and let me tell you, Bryce Ramler showed up the other night, scoring the game winner in the 83rd minute. It kind of mirrored what he did last year in the first game of the national tournament. Bruins were tied 2-2, just like on Thursday. And in the 89th minute is when he scored that winner at the national tournament last year. Obviously, they went on to win the national championship. And I don't think they would have won it if he didn't have that game winner in pool play. He's up on his feet. Good sportsmanship over there by Bodner Rescue and Huerta to help him up. I do want to have a quick shout out to this Takcoa Falls side. They have been very kind people to the hosts here, to us at Bob Jones University all week. Coach Lowry's been great to work with. Their players are open to have a conversation. Very kind people. So Jackson Reinhard, who usually starts for the Bruins and didn't get to start tonight, is on the field pretty quickly off the bench as Ramler goes off. Issa's going to gather that near midfield up to Dio Onojoko. Works it out. That was Hodgkin. Solomon. Hodgkin loses it. Sierra up to Benevendo. Benevendo, the leading scorer in all of the NCCAA this season with 17 goals. He has speed and he has the ability to finish. Bad pass by Tenorio, turns it over. Trying to find Reinhard going up. Reinhard pushed in the back. It's going to be a foul. Just about 40 yards out. It's in a good spot. Provenzano's probably going to try. He is a free kick specialist. He might shoot this, but he might be able to float it over and find a teammate. 3 free kick goals this season. He has a strong foot. Let's see what he's going to do. This is pretty deep. Huerta's on his line. He's ready to read it. That is a shot, and that sails over. Just a little bit too far under it. Huerta plays it short to Ahmed Giovanni. Giovanni was one of the 5 PK takers the other night. He went third, and he made it. The only miss came on the first shot by Hidalgo. But we know Hidalgo can shoot PKs because he scored on one earlier in the game. Benevendo, Giovanni, Sierra, and then Hudson capped it off. All 4 of them made it. The fog is starting to settle in a little bit over there in that area. It's not on the other side of the field yet. Burkett hustle play to get the ball back. And that pass by Hamilton off target, but Provenzano wins it back at the midfield. Drops it back to Bergen. Quick thing about Bergen and Gaddis, they are natural midfielders. They took these center back spots 4 games into the season when the Bruins were just struggling on the defensive side. So Gaddis, a natural center attack mid. Bergen, a natural center defensive mid. Both move back to the center of their 4-back. They've done all they can. This is a new position for them. They're still learning it as that one's sent up. An easy gather for Luke Provenzano. The all-region goalkeeper was named to the 2nd team yesterday. Rolls it out to his brother Bucky. Bergen taking his space. This is how Takcoa Falls will probably operate the rest of the game. They're going to play a very heavy defensive game with hopes of trying to break out. They had their early chances. They couldn't capitalize. So now the rest of the game, they're just going to try to counter as the Bruins possess and turn it over like that. They go forward, Sierra. Axel Sierra, incredible game the other night in the midfield. That one sent up to Reinhard. Bruins have to get up and help him. Reinhard cutting towards the baseline. Reinhard getting stuck against Bob the rescue, gets around him, has him on his back. Reinhard across. Burkett was almost there for the header. And cleared away, and this is what we're talking about. Counter. Benevendo is so fast. Provenzano just has to clear that out. People continue to pile on here in Alumni Stadium. A lot of visiting fans from Takcoa Falls, just an hour and 20 minutes away. Drove that today, since the women's region tournament was hosted there, and today was the region championship. And guess what? We had the same matchup down there in Toccoa Falls, Georgia. The Bruins did come out on top 4-0. 3 goals scored in the first half. They asserted dominance early and held them in the second half, and they're going back to the national tournament. Takcoa Falls women's team also had an insane match on Thursday night. They went into PKs against Trinity College of Jacksonville, and it got to the 8th kicker before they put it away and won. Bob the rescue does come off, holding his quad and groin area. Limping right now, but Bob the rescue is too good to not play. Expect him to come back on as soon as he possibly can. Hamilton. Bruins still haven't shifted up all the way. Burkett, fancy touch over Edmonds. Burkett into the box, too far out in front of Reinhard. Huerta gathers it. Brandon Huerta throughout the season did split time with Clark Allen, but it was especially in that back half of the season where Huerta was really good. Obviously, he helped lead his team the other night in the PK shootout. They need a couple key saves in regulation as well. One specifically went near post, and it was about to squeak in there, and Pensacola was about to take their lead. He stuck his hand in there and saved it just in time. Provenzano works over to Burkett. Burkett has to come and get it, pops it over to Norio. Burkett, fancy footwork, can't keep it at his feet though, and it's a goal kick. Huerta will kick it deep. Right to Noah Burkett. Edmonds looking up to Benevendo. Benevendo's through. He's onside. Foot race with Bergen. Gets the ball first. Cutting inside. Benevendo going to work. Benevendo saved by Issa. Up in the air. It's still in the area. Benevendo gets it back. Solomon trying to flick at it. And cleared away. Collision between Bob Narescu and Onajoko. Those are just two big dudes running into each other. It's really hard to call a foul there. Good touch by Tenorio. Gets around Hamilton. Hamilton trying to recover. Gaddis coming to help. Provenzano joining the party. They keep it in. No, they don't. Gaddis doesn't agree. He was standing right over the ball, but corner kick is called. Taken by Papadakos again. They're crowding Provenzano into the box again. Far post again. Hudson's over there. Bondarescu's over there. Issa heads it away. Up to Hodgkin. Hodgkin, big touch out in front. Now in a foot race himself. Will Hodgkin gets past. He needs to be patient for his teammates. Burkett coming up the far side. Solomon with the ball now in the middle. Over to Noah Burkett. If he gets on his left, he's shooting. He's on his left right now, but gets cut off. Solomon. Back to Hamilton. Here we go. That goes back post. Reinhardt. And now Hodgkin's tracking. And that one should go out for a corner kick. It's off Eco Hudson. Here's the first big chance for Bob Jones. Provenzano goes out to take it. Swing in, near post, not enough. Gets headed away right away. And these are the counters we've been talking about. Takcoa Falls totally comfortable going 3-on-6 because of the speed. All it takes is one through ball. Reinhard brings that one down. Reinhard touching around, Bod the rescue. Jackson Reinhard. Oh, man. One too many touches. He buried himself down there. And Bod the rescue was able to recover. Both teams with big chances now. Again, last time they played, it was just a couple weeks ago at Takcoa Falls. It was a 0-0 draw, and history was made with that 0-0 draw. It was the first time in history that Takcoa Falls had a non-loss result against Bob Jones University. Takcoa Falls has never beaten the Bruins in men's soccer, and it could very well happen here tonight in a region championship match. Bob Jones is 17-0-1 all time against Takcoa Falls. That one's cleared away by Hamilton deep into the half. So Takcoa Falls could break 2 streaks tonight, beating Bob Jones for the first time and winning their first South Region Championship. Benevendo brings the ball down amidst pressure and somehow gets away. Edmonds back to Bod the rescue. Sierra is making a run up in place of Benevendo's spot. That gets taken away by David Issa. Again, David Issa, a very offense-minded left back. Issa with a shot from far out, trying to get Huerta on his heels, and he sails it over. Bob Jones' bench starting to make some noise, trying to create some energy. There's not a lot of it right now in Alumni Stadium. I think the only energy shown as that heel pass by Burkett goes out of bounds. The only energy shown right now is nervous energy. Nunez threw that one in for Takcoa Falls. Headed away and now on the back line at Bod the rescue. Sending it up. Benevendo gets close to it. Provenzano rolls it out to Sam Gaddis. Back to Provenzano. Provenzano has a special ability to kick it very far. Sends it up. Not quite to Solomon. Doesn't try to boot it up all the way to Onajoko. Burkett, jersey tug. Sent up to Onajoko. Reinhard crashing with him. Onajoko up to Burkett. And a foul is called. Provenzano will take this. Looking for a teammate. Swinging this one in. He might actually play it short. The Bruins don't be looking to really threat right now. What's he going to do? Issa's going to crash pretty late. Far post, and it looks like Provenzano might put this in the box. He will. That's back post. That's cleared out. Hodgkin shot off target and deflected. That one would have gone far over, but it stays down. And now a counter chance. Another one. Benevendo. Provenzano all the way out. That's going to be a foul, and that's probably going to be a card. Yellow card shown to Luke Provenzano. Benevendo is down. That was a risky play on Provenzano's part. I'm just saying, I have seen that be a red card before. And I think that's what Takcoa Falls is trying to talk about. Outside the box like that. I think Benevento was there first. Bruins pretty lucky it's a yellow. Coach Lowry, one of the reasons I love that man, respectable. Pushed his team away from the referee, telling them to get out of the way. Nathan Lowry also serves as the SID at Takcoa Falls. So many an email have gone out between us two over the last couple of years. He's been put in position as head coach to turn this program around, and boy, has he ever. Historic season for Takcoa Falls this year, and rightfully so, Lowry was named the Region Coach of the Year. Benevento's back up on his feet. Dangerous spot here. Bodnarescu looks like he's going to take it. Wall of four. It's Burkett, Hamilton, Reinhardt, and Hodgkin. Definitely in a good position to shoot. Devin Bodnarescu with a chance here to put his team on top in the South Region Championship game. Puts it far post. What a save by Provenzano. Sneaked that around the wall. That was a beautiful shot. And on the clearance, Onojoko wins a free kick near midfield. That was a great shot by Bodnarescu. I think if that was slightly higher, that had a much better chance of going in. It was at a comfortable diving height for Provenzano to punch it away. Hodgkin in the middle. Bruins have escaped several, and I mean several, huge opportunities for Takcoa Falls. They're looking for another counter here. Issa, again, that's why he's an all-region defender. Sent up to Tenorio. Heavy touch. Bruins trying to get it away. And that should be a Bruins throw in. It is. Onojoko tried to flick it on to Burkett. Didn't have enough. Nunez will take this throw in again. And again, I don't think that ever got in. Reinhardt going really wide at the top of your screen. Trying to get that backdoor cut in if Onojoko can get free. And Onojoko knocks over Nunez. Wow, and guess who's talking to head coach Greg Fulton right now? That's Asher Rednick. Rednick was out in the semifinal match against Trinity. Was probably not going to play tonight. But guess what? He's going in. The all-region striker for Bob Jones. 7 goals on the year. Very important piece the last few years. Especially last year in a national championship run. That pass risky across the face of Benevento. That one's up the line to David Issa. Issa brings it down. And great defending. Another boom ball. We will see a lot of those tonight. Benevento closing out, not allowing the drop right away, but then Bruins are going to get it here. Bergen taking all his space he can. Hotchkin now has to kind of work around Edmonds and the referee. And Tenorio. Again, Takcoa Falls is 3-on-7. Edmonds, Papadakos, and Sierra play really far back. And only really pressure line situations like this, there's got to be better communication between Gaddis and Provenzano. And Gaddis is pleading for it. Tenorio gives this one up to Bodnarescu for the throw-in. A Rednick still waiting to go in. Will probably enter for Onojoko. Cleared up the field by Bucky Provenzano. A shin guard has fallen out. I don't know whose. And it is Papadakos' shin guard. Bruins still without Bryce Ramler, who was injured early on in the first half. That's Iko Hudson, the one that scored the game-winning PK in the shootout. Dropping it back over to Edmonds. Sierra trying to find Hudson. Cleared away by Bergen. Nunez dropping it all the way back to Huerta. Still haven't seen Edwin Gonzalez tonight. It's all his 12 goals, 11 assists. Or 13 goals now and 11 assists. Great ball, Benevendo! Another collision, and he's awarded a PK! A penalty kick for Takcoa Falls with a chance to break open the scoring. Luke Provenzano, the goalkeeper, is also down. That's how Takcoa Falls wants to play. Provenzano now with an early big moment. Takcoa Falls has a chance to take the lead. (18 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. Benevendo will take this PK. When Benevendo kicked in the PK shootout, he went top right, top shelf. Where will he go tonight? Provenzano on his line. Here we go. Right over Provenzano's hand. And Takcoa Falls College has the lead. And a backflip to go with it. Wow!
Scored by number 10, Patricio Benevento.
Bruins trying to regroup now. One thing about this Takcoa Falls team, goals bring energy. They're going to want more and more and more. They're going to keep playing exactly like that. Subs coming on for Bob Jones, trying to make a difference. It's Fistonissa and Asher Rednick. Not the start the Bruins want at all. They're without Bryce Ramler, who's injured. And they're facing a 1-0 deficit. Conversation between Lowry and the ref. now the referee goes over to Coach Fulton. And back in the middle he goes. Bruins fans now gripping the bleachers with their team down 1-0. Provenzano will boot it up the field. Hidalgo gets his head on it, and now Bodnarescu sends it back up the field. That one is high, and that one's going to bounce. It lands! Another dangerous situation! Bruins back line is not communicating right now. Up to Fistonissa, touching it in. Looking over toward his brother David, not enough. Eco Hudson gets in the way. Tenorio. The Screaming Eagles want more. That one's a beautiful ball. Sierra cutting back, waiting for his teammates. Hudson with a shot. Provenzano gets in the way, out to Issa. Hidalgo takes that away from Reinhard. Bergen trying to settle it down. Bergen to a Rednick, back to Bergen. Bergen turning against pressure. Up the line to Reinhard, flag goes up. He did leave a little bit early. He's called offsides. Drop back to Huerta. Bodnarescu looking to clear it up the field. Hamilton with his head on it first. Provenzano, pressure by Benevendo. Benevendo and Papadakos can run all night long. Issa to Solomon. And now Gaddis. Burkett has had a hard time with his touches tonight. Edmonds setting it up. Another tough touch. That's off Hamilton. Takkoa Falls with a throw-in. They will have a sub coming on. Eco Hudson exits. Fausto Granados Cruz comes in. He got the start the other night and didn't start tonight. Now is in. Provenzano takes it away. Pass across. Not enough to Issa or too much to Solomon. We don't know the target on that. Hidalgo. Granados Cruz. Out of bounds for Takkoa Falls. Throwing 14 minutes to go in this first half. It is not going the way the Bruins want it to go, but exactly the way Takkoa Falls wants it to go. Nunez. Granados Cruz. Other way Sent to the box. Provenzano gathers. Reinhard. And a foul called against Papadakos. Gaddis to Bucky Provenzano, back to Gaddis. Bruins just trying to work their way up the field, trying to find a gap and a goal-scoring opportunity. Have not had one in quite some time. They're going to get one here. Oh, Rednick is onside. Asher Rednick puts it wide. Oh, no, he wants that one back. Had a one-on-one, everything you could have dreamed of to tie it. And his first shot back from injury goes wide. Rednick buries that 9 times out of 10. That is a tough miss. Bruins just want more of that. I don't think he's going to miss that next time. Solomon looking over towards David Issa on the other side. Gets over to Bergen. Issa's still going out towards the line, and now he's found. Reinhard running along the line. Issa down the line, though. Gets past his first defender, Lightning in the distance. Issa across. Another miss. Burkett. Fist and Issa, and it goes over. The Bruins can't find the net. All the chances they can dream of, and they can't put it in. I want to say it's only a matter of time before they find one, but it took Pensacola the other night a long time to find a goal. They also had several pretty easy chances come up short. That one sent in towards Burkett. Burkett trying to bring it down and goes out for a goal kick. Bruins starting to become more aggressive. They're getting applause from their coaches. This is everything they got to do, except put it in. Benevendo dropping it back to Bob Narescu. Pressure by a Rednick. His knee and quad are wrapped. That one's a heavy touch and will be a Bruins throw-in. Hamilton drops it back to Gaddis. Bergen. Now the Bruins shift up. Hodgkin. No, that's Reinhard. Provenzano. Back to Bergen. Still trying to find their way forward. Ball movement. We're under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Score is 1-0 on a Takcoa Falls PK. Issa cuts back. Fist and Issa trying to work it through the line. Doesn't get it all the way through. Cleared out by Bodnarescu. Bergen, Provenzano, and Gaddis. Now all 10 non-keeper players for the Bruins in their offensive half, but now they have to protect against a counter. They do for now. Hamilton out for a throw-in. Getting urged on to just drop it back to Provenzano and keep possession. 2 subs coming on for Takcoa Falls. Tenorio and Benevendo will exit. Now we're seeing Pablo Deverez and Andres Godoy. Abril Giovanni, good tackle by Hamilton. Burkett trying to get it away. Burkett is struggling to get his touch tonight. Foul against Burkett. And now a free kick for Takcoa Falls. Papadakos will come over and take it. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Beautiful ball. Provenzano punches it away. It's going to trickle out. Nope, Issa saves it. Sending it all the way up the field to his brother, Fiston, who's alone on that sideline right now, waiting for his teammates. The Rednecks in the middle. Fiston Issa a touch toward the line. Cutting back. Still footwork. Trying to find clearance, and he doesn't get it. And now he's down. Axel Sierra taking the throw. Gaddis receiving, looking up. Provenzano out to David Issa. Towards the middle, towards a Redneck. Bruins get possession back. Without Benevendo at the top for Takcoa Falls, I expect the Bruins to hold possession most of the rest of this half. Takcoa Falls might be just defending for their lives to keep this lead going into halftime, which, by the way, would be massive. Bucky Provenzano from far out, high into the night sky. Provenzano gets his head on it first. Burkett brings it down. Solomon gets it away from him. Reinhard turning. Back to Burkett. Noah Burkett trying to turn. Ball at his feet right now. Finds Fiston Issa. It's a jumble over there. Fiston Issa can't complete the split. And cleared up the field with no one chasing after it for Takcoa Falls. Last 5 minutes is the Bruins' big chance to just send everybody up. No attackers for the Screaming Eagles right now. All 11 in their defensive third. Just trying to keep the ball in front of them just like that. Bergen looking up. Over towards Fiston Issa, floating it towards the corner. Issa gathers it. And he wins a corner kick. You might see lightning at the top of your screen. I think the reason play hasn't been stopped yet is because it's far enough away to not get in the way of this game. We will share updates as that changes during halftime. Here's a corner kick for the Bruins. They're sending the house. And a foul goes against Sam Gaddis as a Takcoa Falls player falls over. And now milking the clock. He's going to take a second to stand up. Bob Jones will take this free kick. Abril Giovanni trying to get up the field, keeps it in. Back with the ball on the line, Gaddis. That one goes out for Takcoa Falls throw-in. We're under 3 minutes to go in this first half. A 1-0 lead for Takcoa Falls at halftime would just be massive. That's Deverez, gets it taken away by Solomon. Solomon working his way up the field. Solomon with the defender on his back. Gets it back. Needs his team to shift forward. Finds Bucky Provenzano. Turns right into Papadakos, but keeps possession. Issa now in the midst of the fog. Issa towards the end line. Across the box. Not enough. Cleared away. Bruins with possession with 2 minutes to try to get a goal before halftime. Provenzano. Gaddis. Burkett. Noah Burkett on his left foot. Shoots it, deflected out. Bruins throwing, minute 30 left. Bergen. Provenzano. And Gaddis. Burkett out wide. Good one to Provenzano. Provenzano has a shot, and that one goes over as well. He can't get over it. 1 minute to go. Bruins can't seem to be over the ball on their shots. That one's headed forward. Good job by Deverez. That wastes a lot of time, some valuable time. There's 30 seconds. Provenzano is just going to kick this one up the field. Using his boot. That one's up. Bob Jones joins it in the air. 20 seconds. Hamilton up. That's to Reinhardt. Jackson Reinhardt in the box. That's a good shield by Bob Jones. People are not going to like that. That's a defensive play.
8, 7.
Clock's going to tick down, and Takcoa Falls is very content with this 1-0 lead going into halftime. 45 minutes down, 45 to go. Takcoa Falls trying to hold on. We're going to halftime. It's 15 minutes of halftime before a crazy second half coming right at you in just a few minutes.
At the end of the first half, Bob Jones University 0, Takcoa Falls College 1. It'll be 15 minutes of halftime. We would like to remind spectators to stay off the field. Please stay off the playing field. All spectators, please stay off the playing field.
Welcome back to the second half of action here tonight in the South Region Championship match between Takcoa Falls and Bob Jones University. My name is Trenton Goldsmith, still with you here. And if you missed that first half, I mean, it was intense the whole time. Takcoa Falls honestly controlled that first half on the offensive side. Possession-wise, the Bruins held more possession, but Takcoa Falls had much more chances, including the PK that they got where they took the lead. Benevento put it in, and now they stand with a 1-0 lead and 45 minutes away from their first region championship ever. Bruins start the second half with the ball, and they have work to do. Communication issues caused a havoc for them in the first half. They also could not finish and find the net, had several nearly open net opportunities, blasting it over, blasting it to the side, could not quite get it in. They look to finish those chances here in the second half. Bruins still without Bryce Ramler, the all-region winger, was injured very early in the game, has not re-entered, and I don't think he's going to. Bruins trying to attack early. Dio Onojoko gets it in the box, is stuck. That's back out to Noah Burkett. That one's deflected over to David Issa. An early lead here would be a big sigh of relief, and offsides is Jackson Reinhardt. Second time he's been called offsides tonight. Until Bob Jones scores, it's going to be very uncomfortable for many fans here at Alumni Stadium. Obviously, hosting is a big deal for Bob Jones. Lots of people here trying to see their team win a region championship. But the visiting fans from Takcoa Falls have been louder. You should have heard them after they scored that goal. Kettlebells were going. It was ringing in your ear. We love fans that travel. Shout out to Takcoa Falls that did. In fact, I was told during halftime that a lot of the girls from the Takcoa Falls team that played against the Bruins earlier today in their region final traveled down after their game. Reinhardt chasing it down against Jabril Ahmed Giovanni. And that's out for a Bruins throw-in. The crowd urging him on. Solomon, hard time bringing this ball down and just has to drop it back to Bergen. Again, communication issues on this back line with the goalkeeper. Luke Provenzano led to several chances for Takcoa Falls, including a free kick right outside the box in which Provenzano was given a yellow card, and talking to some people at halftime, and I even agree with that. They said it 9 times out of 10. That's usually a red. But the referee was gracious and only presented a yellow. Bruins would have had to play a man down. Burkett settling down, had a hard time with his touch in the first half. Has been pretty good here in the first few minutes. Wins a free kick right inside the offensive half. Bergen back to Gaddis. With Papadakos and Benevento back in the game, this high pressure is going to continue the rest of the game, unless they go out. Some clutter in the middle. And Bruin can't get possession yet. Edmonds. Now Papadakos. This fog is getting thicker on the field. Pressure from Onojoko. Almost got that one from Huerta. Bruins now pressuring up. Bodnarescu is going to send this forward and let Benevento run for it. Provenzano takes that back into his box and picks it up. Bruins must have better communication on those balls the rest of the game. Once Benevento and Papadakos exited in the final 7 minutes or so of that first half, there was zero pressure on this side of the ball for Takcoa Falls. They parked the bus, put all 11 players in their defensive third, and just cleared it away. It's a lot like they played in the second half against PCC yesterday with the lead. Obviously, or Thursday, excuse me. Obviously, Pensacola came back and tied it to force overtime. He's on sides. Hamilton in a foot race clears that one away from Tenorio for now. Tenorio chasing it towards the line. It's going to be a throw-in the midst of the fog down there for Takcoa Falls. Clock stops. Tenorio is stretching out, I think. That one's thrown in. Gaddis defending. That's a shot. That was dipping down, but it's way wide. From this angle, it looked like it was going to dip down near the net. That was a shot by Jabril Ahmed Giovanni, playing up from his center back spot. Pass across the box to Gaddis. Bucky Provenzano in the midfield looking out to David Issa. Great ball to David Issa. He's going to run with it. Get the angle. David Issa into the box. Touch too far out in front. And Bodnarescu takes it away. That's going to be a penalty awarded to Bob Jones. Bodnarescu got too much of Reinhardt's ankles. And now a chance here to knot this thing back up. Who's going to take it for Bob Jones? Keep in mind, Brandon Huerta saved 2 penalty kicks against the best 2 Pensacola players in Boaz da Silva and Odanse Ndiasaba. This guy can stop penalties. It's David Issa taking it. 0 for 1 on the season. A chance to tie it here and a chance for a sigh of relief. Here's Issa. Puts it in the top corner, and it's tied. And the roar from Alumni Stadium is being heard. And you could just feel the tense shoulders from every one of these fans drop. Bruins desperately needed a goal early on in this half. Could not afford to go down 2-0. Now tied at 1-1. Buckle up. The final 39 minutes and 21 seconds are going to be wild. Bruins are going to keep this kind of pressure up. Big shout out there to Jackson Reinhardt for winning that PK. He came around Bodnarescu, almost won the ball back. Hotchkin almost gets there. Reinhardt won that PK for Bob Jones. And David Issa puts it away. That's a foul on Hamilton. And the bench from Takcoa Falls loves it. Trying to get energy back on the field for their team. Takcoa Falls does have a contagious energy about them. When they pulled out the thriller against Pensacola, they were celebrating in the parking lot before going back to their hotel. And let me tell you, energy was still high at Alumni Stadium with nobody here. This one's going to be sent into the box. Headed into the box. Not cleared yet. Oh my goodness, Bergen may have just saved the goal for Bob Jones. Ahmed Giovanni would have been all over that, staring Provenzano in the face. But Bergen gets there first. Luke Provenzano, the all-region goalkeeper, telling his team to go forward. He's going to punt this one up the field. Great punt. It's going to bounce. It's won away by Axel Sierra to Edmonds. Up the field to Benevento. Flag goes up. He did leave early. Just about half a body's length in front of Reed Bergen. But hey, if you're Takcoa Falls, that's a welcoming sight. The fact that Benevento was able to get through in a one-on-one situation, being barely offsides, they're probably going to have more chances like that in the final 37 minutes. Provenzano clears it up. Burkett was not expecting that to come towards him. Gaddis to Burkett. Burkett flicking forward to Will Hodgkin. Hodgkin working over to David Issa. Bruins switching fields, spreading out the Eagles defense. Issa, the goal scorer, cutting back. David Issa's shot from far out, deflected and cleared away. Bruins trying to keep it in their offensive half. Bergen looking up. Reinhard gets it. He's on sides. Jackson Reinhard from far out. That one's a skipper. Onajoko's running after it. He gets ball, and it's going to be goal kick. Takcoa Falls wants a foul, but it's just not one. As unfortunate as that might be for Huerta, Onojoko got to that first. That shot by Reinhard, with how wet the ground is right now, was dangerous. Tracking for far post. It's a good save by Huerta. Bodnarescu. Again, all-region defender. Hodgkin providing pressure down there. Edmonds now in a foot race with Hamilton. Hamilton, good tackle to force it out of bounds for an Eagles throw-in. Bruins throw-in now. This fog is getting thicker. This isn't anything new to region championships. Just yesterday, the region championship between Alice Lloyd and Boyce was delayed to fog, and that finished up this evening. Still awaiting. That one goes far post. Noah Burkett blocked by Huerta. Brandon Huerta. Are you kidding me? Another near open net chance for Bob Jones. Comes up empty. Good turn by Provenzano. Provenzano farther into the box. Far post. And another one. The header goes wide by Onojoko. There is a force field around this net. It doesn't get easier than that for Bob Jones. They can't finish. Takcoa Falls can make them pay for it. Bodnarescu now sending it up towards Benevento, doing just that. Benevento gets past Bergen. But then wins the throw-in for Takcoa Falls. Throwing back to Hidalgo. Papadakos into the box. No one home. And people are laughing. They can't see Luke Provenzano from the crowd right now. So coming onto the field right now is Edwin Gonzalez for Takcoa Falls. His first action of the night. Shocking. I mean, he did play 110 minutes the other night. So did his whole team. He comes in with Granados Cruz. I'm pretty sure that's Sam Gaddis. Positionally, that's Sam Gaddis. With my own eyes, I can't tell. That's up towards Onojoko. It lands. Onojoko still chasing it down. And Huerta Gathers and out quickly to Edmonds. Issa. Trying to find Reinhardt up the line. That goes out for a Bruins throw-in. Edmonds to Granados Cruz. Benevendo now on the run. Stops his run. It's thick from the crowd. I can't imagine how thick that fog is down on the field. Hudson puts it in! Takcoa Falls leads again! Taking the lead right back, Hudson. Having two memories of a lifetime in the last few days. The winning penalty kick in the shootout. And now the go-ahead goal in the championship. A Rednick enters. Asher Rednick coming in. Was a game time decision again tonight. He did get time in the first half. And he really blew a chance to score for Bob Jones. Had a one-on-one with the keeper, sent it wide. Wasn't even on frame. Huerta's going to kick this goal kick. I'm starting to question when they might stop this game. Solomon wins it back. A Rednick with it again. Asher Rednick with chance, and he blows that one over too. It's deflected though. Out for a corner kick. Chance after chance after chance. They are growing for the Bruins. Provenzano will take this corner kick. Players nearly disappearing in the fog. How is this going to work? Rice Solomon. Issa. Burkett. Over again. You might be questioning the quality of our camera right now, but trust me. Trust me when I say this. You have a better view than we do. It hasn't seemed to really bother players yet. So maybe at field level you can see through it. From up here, the white jerseys of Bob Jones disappear. Bob Jones wins a free kick. 29 minutes to go. They're down one after that goal from Eko Hudson. Sent up the field. That's going to land towards the top of the box. Oh, Rednick can't get to it. Huerta gathers. At least that punt got over the fog. Saw it for a quick moment. Cleared up again. Bond the rescue heads that one out of bounds. Bruins with possession again with a throw-in. Reinhard to David Issa. David Issa across into the box. Head of the way. Reinhard gathers. Top of the box, Reinhard. That's through towards Burkett, I think. They have disappeared. And there's the ball in the night sky. I have never, ever called a game like this. That one's played through. Provenzano with an easier gather that time. Clock's going to stop, and I think play will stop for now, finally. The fog simply becoming too thick. I think they're going to see if it clears up at all. We're going to take a quick break, but obviously once we know anything, I'll be back on here and let you know. I'll try to find out as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience here tonight. I've never seen this kind of fog. We'll be back in just a minute.
Fans, there will be a 30-minute delay. At the end of that 30-minute delay, the referees will reevaluate whether the game can continue. We will update you further later.
Hello, everybody. Still on the live stream. I don't know if you heard that from our PA, Daniel Kyle, but there will be a 30-minute delay due to this fog, and they will reassess after, and we'll let you know. Thank you for your patience. We'll be back in 30 minutes.
Fans, both teams are transitioning to a 10-minute warm-up period, at the end of which we will resume play. There will be a 10-minute warm-up period for both teams, and at the end of that 10 minutes, we will resume play. Thank you for your patience.
Hello, 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 everybody. Still on the stream. They're looking to kick off at 9:05 to resume the end of this game. 9:05 p.m. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, from the fog delay. I have never, ever seen a fog delay in soccer. In the last 2 days in the NCCAA, we've had 2 fog delays. Again, yesterday's region championship game between Alice Lloyd and Boyce was moved to today because of fog yesterday. And now tonight here in Greenville, we get that same kind of fog. And now we're back from the delay. Takcoa Falls leads 2-1. Eco Hudson scored to take the lead in the middle of all that fog. Bruins had a couple chances, but came up short again. to begin the match again. It's a drop ball to Luke Provenzano. And we're going to get going here. 27 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Here we go. Provenzano will drop it and just kick it all the way up the field. We can see much better now. Towards the end, Bruins disappeared in that fog. Hodgkin with a shot from far out goes over. Clock's going to stop right away. Bodnarescu is down for Takcoa Falls. Bruins have had so many chances to score tonight, and they just cannot put it in the net. The one goal they have scored, a PK by David Issa. Besides that, for the Bruins, it feels like there's a force field around the net, shooting everything high, everything wide. Can't keep it down. Bodnarescu is still down on his knees. He's holding his face. Getting checked out by the trainer right now. So another stoppage of play right inside the resuming of play. So Takcoa Falls leading right now, 27 minutes away from a South Region championship and from an automatic ticket to the national tournament in just a couple weeks in Kissimmee, Florida. But if it just so happens the Bruins come back and win this game, Takcoa Falls is still most likely going to move on to the national tournament with that at-large bid. Obviously, that is up to the committee and not up to Trenton Goldsmith. So bear with me here, but Takcoa Falls has the most recent head-to-head with Pensacola, winning in PKs the other night. They own the head-to-head with Alice Lloyd, who is currently number 1 in the power ratings. And they also have a 4-4 draw against Boyce, who is currently number 2 in the power ratings. So there is a very, very good chance that with the win the other night against Pensacola, Takcoa Falls secured their spot in the national tournament. Now, obviously, if it ends the other way, if Takcoa Falls ends this with a win, Bob Jones will have to await the committee, and it's not as much of a case as Takcoa Falls has. Ahmed Giovanni clears it up the field, and the play will resume. Bodnarescu is out. Orednik trying to make that hurt for Takcoa Falls right away. Again, Bodnarescu, best defender on this Screaming Eagles team, and my goodness, the fog is coming back already. It was looking pretty clear 2 minutes ago, but it's stirring up on the field again, hoping it doesn't get thicker. Reinhard playing it through to Orednik. Orednik, another chance. Asher Orednik, third time's the charm. He puts it in and ties it 2-2. With Bodnarescu out, the Bruins make them pay. Orednik with 2 golden opportunities before that. Could not put them away, but puts that one away in the nick of time. Because guess what? If this game got under 20 minutes to go and the fog comes in again, Takcoa Falls, if they had the lead, would have won the South Region Championship. 70 minutes is deemed a full game. So if Takcoa Falls had a lead under 20 minutes and the fog continues to get thicker and they call it, Takcoa Falls would have come away by default with a region championship. But because of that tying goal, it will not end that way. Bodnarescu does come back in. Takcoa Falls trying to answer back right away. That header's too weak by Gonzalez. And now the Bruins trying to settle down once again with new life. Provenzano will kick it away. That one's headed up in the air. Flicked on. Bodden the rescue is there. And Asher Rednick deflects it out for a goal kick. This has been by far the most entertaining South Region tournament we have ever had. Semifinals were both insane. This final will be remembered forever because of this fog delay, because of how close it is, because of the stakes. No complaints by anybody when it comes to entertainment. Hudson flicks it forward, but good tackle by Reinhard. Bruins looking to run again. Bucky Provenzano. Rice Solomon. Touch toward into the box. That's Burkett over there. Burkett touch toward the line. Across! And that one's deflected out by Huerta. Corner kick now. Bruins starting to look pretty comfortable. Clock will stop again as a player is down for Takcoa Falls. That might be Bodden the rescue again. We've obviously seen the difference that Bodden the rescue can make in a game throughout these first couple of games. It was when he exited, the Bruins scored the tying goal. Love to see Asher Rednick giving him water on the ground. Yesterday at our banquet, the athletic director from Bob Jones, Dennis Scott, talked about how competition can be beneficial in building a community and striving together for one final goal. We're seeing that right now with the interaction between a Rednick and Bodden the rescue. Two all-region players, by the way, and two players that have made a massive difference for their teams this year. Bodden the rescue helped up by both David Issa and Asher Rednick. And as of right now, a Rednick helping him off the field. I mean, this is just such a cool moment. We can only hope for the best for Devin Bodden the rescue. Such a talent. Only a sophomore. Has been a big part in turning this Screaming Eagles program around. Now on back to the match, 24-32 to go. Corner kick for the Bruins. Noah Burkett taking. Burkett swinging it in. That's close to the goal. That one lands and put wide by a Rednick. Had to work around the defender. That was not as easy as his last few chances, but a chance nonetheless. And it's still 2-2. Ahmed Giovanni working it up to Hudson. Hudson can't settle it. Fog clearing again. That's a good sight because you can actually see things now. Bergen up to Reinhardt. Back to Bergen. Bergen going up the field, trying to get a good angle to get to Issa. He turns, though, and is going to go back the other way to fellow captain Sam Gaddis. That ball, no one was ready for that ball. Gaddis says, I'm sorry. And Takkoa Falls with possession again. Deflected out by Reinhardt. Throw in for Takkoa Falls. Pass out to Axel Sierra. Ahmed Giovanni, that pass is too weak, taken away by Reinhardt. Bruins trying to go up. Orednik trying to make him pay again. Asher Orednik into the box, not a good angle. Good tackle. Excellent tackle by Hidalgo. Provenzano taking this corner kick. Cleared away. That one's into the box. Huerta gathers. Throwing out quickly. And now sent up the field towards Gonzalez. Bergen jukes him out. That drop almost was horrible. Passed that a little bit too hard back to Provenzano. But he gathers it up. Burkett switching it back over to Bergen. Bergen. Gaddis. Bruins are really opening up the field right now, getting to the spaces they want. That one sent up towards Burkett, too weak. Hit out by Nunez. Burkett would have been all by himself if that one got through. Benevendo with the speed. He has it. Again, Eagles totally content going 4 on 8. Hudson. Issa, good. Poke out for a throw-in. I have never seen a team like Takkoa Falls that is just totally fine going against double the players, all because of their speed. And boy, do they have it. Trust me, as a former cross-country track runner for Bob Jones, I know what fast looks like. We had a guy named Brian Sims. He was fast, and honestly, Benevendo looks like Brian Sims when he runs. Substitution coming on. Looks to be Fiston Issa. Coming on for Will Hotchkin. We are under 20 minutes to go. That one sent up. Orednik's going to trace it down. Ahmed Giovanni dropping it back to Huerta. Orednik applying pressure. Almost got it away from Huerta. And Huerta, probably with his heart beating out of his chest, sends it away. That one did go out for Bruins throw in near midfield. Both teams playing without an all-region player. Both teams playing without one of their important people. Bryce Ramler is out for the rest of the night. Injured early on in that first half. Takkoa Falls obviously recently playing without Devin Bodnarescu, that all-region defender center back. Issa keeps it in. It's still in. Good effort there by David Issa. He's working his way into the box. Putting that far post. Orednik header, not enough. Bruins continue to pile up chances. That punt goes high in the air, is going to land just near Hudson. Big touch, though. Bruins win possession right back. Provenzano out to Rivers Hamilton. Hamilton and Provenzano, two models of patience on this Bruins team. Both juniors, and in their freshman and sophomore years, they had All-Americans stacked up in front of them and had to watch from the bench for the most part. This year, both of them starters, and both of them vitally important to this team. In fact, the guy that started over Rivers Hamilton just happened to be another Provenzano. Jake Provenzano, the All-American last year. That one is sent out for a goal kick. Has since graduated, and we moved on to just Luke and Bucky. Reinhardt has a lot of space in front of him. Sierra's tracking back, but if the Bruins can work the ball to the field quickly, there's a gap. And now everyone shifts up the field, knowing Luke Provenzano has quite the boot. Well past half. Headed up by Sierra. Brought down by Papadakos. Here's Edmonds on the run. Bruins cover it up. A nightmare scenario for the Bruins is if Benevendo or Gonzalez squeak through, and they can on passes like that. Off-target passes to Takcoa Falls can take advantage. That one's put near the box. Headed away for now. Papadakos near the top. That's a foul on Fistonissa. That's in range. Issa did not have the angle on the challenge. And so now here's another chance for Takcoa Falls to regain the lead for the third time. 16 minutes to go. There are currently 3 players by the ball right now. Papadakos, Hudson, and Sierra. It looks to be Eco Hudson. Here we go. Here's Hudson. That's a low skipper. Gathered up, swallowed up by Luke Provenzano. And another sigh of relief for Bruin Nation. Provenzano punting it up. Headed up by Edmonds. Takcoa Falls doing a great job not letting the Bruins keep possession. That one's cleared away by Luke Provenzano because he had to, because Edwin Gonzalez was tracking. Throw in taken by Axel Sierra, all-region midfielder. Touch forward by a Rednick, but kicked up the field by Hidalgo. Bruins settling down. Under 15 to play now. 2 subs waiting to come on for Bob Jones. It looks to be Will Hodgkin and Dio Onajoko. Provenzano clears it away. Provenzano's really trying to get Reinhardt and Rednick into position there. Issa with the ball. He's dangerous with the ball on the offensive side. Finds his brother Fiston. Fistonissa driving more. Fistonissa, far post, too wide. He wants it back so bad. And now subs coming on. Bucky Provenzano and Jackson Reinhardt will exit. Onajoko and Hodgkin coming on. We have seen the Bruins with more possession since the delay. But all it takes is one chance for Takcoa Falls using the speed that they have up front. Hodgkin wins that ball away. And a foul call. It had to be on Onojoko. Call was not liked on the Bruins bench. Fiston could not get to that ball first. Ahmed Giovanni down. He's still down. Clock's going to stop as they check on him. Trainer stays. He's going to be helped up by his teammates. Papadakos running with it. Trying to squeak it through, almost does to Gonzalez. Issa trying to use his speed now. Speed for speed. Who's quicker? David Issa down the line. Sierra staring at him. Issa into the box. That one's touched out for a corner kick. Bruins want a foul, but that's just because Issa was shielding it out. Bruins get a corner kick anyway. Not that much of a different result, whether foul or not. Issa will take it. Chance to take the lead late in the region championship game. David Issa sends it in. A foul called. That was either on Onojoko or Gaddis. Gaddis was the one that got his head on it. May have used the defender to get higher on the jump. 12 minutes to play. Hudson, Benevendo, and Gonzalez playing very high. Benevendo comes and gets it near the midfield, sending it up towards Gonzalez. Bergen gets his head on it first, and Provenzano gathers it near the top of the box. Throwing out to David Issa. He's had a great night tonight, creating chances. And obviously a PK goal to go with it. That diagonal send up the field, not quite to Burkett. In this situation, at least on the Bruins side, one player is going to have to step up. Bryce Ramler is their normal game winner goal scorer. He has two big ones in his career. Foul on a Rednick. Sierra sending everyone forward. Takcoa Falls trying to take this chance to take the lead. Up near the box, Gaddis all the way out. Goes over both Gaddis and Benevendo. Benevendo deflects that pass by Hamilton. Sent near the middle of the field. Bouncing around, Fistonissa gets possession. Out to a Rednick. Bruins trying to move up the field. David Issa overlapping with Asher Rednick. Out to Issa. Issa tracking again, driving into the box, towards the end line, cutting back. That's a shove. Oh man, it's not called. That was a two-handed shove on Sierra. Alumni Stadium's getting rowdy. Solomon slips. Takcoa Falls has a chance here. Edmonds. That one's foiled up by Bergen. A Rednick. Bergen with Gonzalez on his back. Turns inside. Gaddis now. Back out to David Issa. Bruins trying to spread out to Takcoa Falls. Issa sending it up near the box. Onojoko and Hodgkin were both there. Fistonissa gains possession back. Fistonissa, good touch around defender number 1. Fistonissa to Ashro Rednick. Ashro Rednick looking to do far post. No, Burkett goes wide. Another golden chance. Empty. Provenzano in for Rice Solomon. Andres Godoy. And Hector Tenorio back in for Takcoa Falls. Bruins ran into this same problem when they played on the road against Takcoa Falls a couple weeks ago. They just could not score. Obviously, it ended in a 0-0 draw. Advantage called on that. Bruins growing restless. If this ends in a draw at regulation, Takcoa Falls, this is nothing new for you, but for Bob Jones viewers, there's going to be 2 periods of 10 minutes of overtime, and it will be golden goal. Takcoa Falls doesn't want that, though. Chance here, punched out by Provenzano. It's going to stay in. No, it's not. They're going to let it go out for a corner kick. 2 minutes, or 2 periods of 10 minutes each, and it's golden goal, so if a team scores, it's over. We still have 7 minutes, 45 seconds of regulation to get there. Gonzalez taking this corner kick for Takcoa Falls, putting it in a beautiful spot by the PK spot. It lands. Handball. Nothing called. And the Bruins are on the run. The Bruins have numbers. Everyone running forward. Touch way too far out in front by Hodgkin. Referee calling a Takcoa Falls throw-in. Seven minutes. Takcoa Falls' chances are growing in the final few minutes. They've been settled the majority of the half, but they're going to do as much as they possibly can to use their speed to their advantage. That one sent into the box. Bergen touches it down. Gaddis clears it away. Onojoko has possession. That's a foul. Provenzano will take this free kick. He's going to wait for some of his team to get near the box. Issa will go up and join the group in the 18-yard box. 6 minutes to go. Lining up at the top, Provenzano has to put this one in a good spot. Bouncing around and cleared away. Burkett trying to win it back away from Benevendo. Benevendo, great footwork, gets around 2 defenders. And now exploding forward, finding Papadakos in the middle. Edmonds. Out to Sierra. Bruins have to shift. Papadakos. Hodgkin has to be careful. Fisinissa wins possession back. The Bruins are on the run again. Sent up to Dayo Onojoko. Onojoko, his first start of his collegiate career. That one gets taken away by Ahmed Giovanni. And that one's going to be a foul and a card. Or at least a conversation. No card handed out. Rise Solomon, the senior experienced midfielder, lining up to come back in for the final few minutes of regulation. That one sent near the box. That one gets over Bucky Provenzano, but no one home for Takcoa Falls. Luke Provenzano picks it up. Provenzano, great punt. Ahmed Giovanni all over it. That one's flicked forward. Flag should go up. Flag doesn't go up. Edwin Gonzalez, that one's poked away. Issa up to Fisinissa. Bruins on the run again. That one sent into the box. No one running after it. Intensity. Back and forth we go in the final few minutes. Both teams playing for a region championship. Burkett can't chase that one down. Takcoa Falls throw in. That's going to be a corner kick for Takcoa Falls. Clock's going to stop. These corners all night long have been placed so well. All of Alumni Stadium holding its breath right now. Big chance here for Takcoa Falls for a potential game winner with 3:19 to go. They're stacking the box, crowding it as much as they possibly can. That one sent, caught easy by Provenzano. Provenzano trying to go quickly. Great touch by Onojoko. He needs teammates for help. Dayo Onojoko against Ahmed Giovanni, cutting back. A Rednick. That one's a corner kick for Bob Jones. Clock will stop again. 2 subs coming on. Reinhardt and Solomon. Come on. Bucky Provenzano going to take this corner kick. Here we go. Headed out into space. Hamilton trying to keep it in. Counterattack potential now for Takcoa Falls. Gonzalez keeps it in. Hidalgo running up. Everybody running up. Oh my goodness, Bergen barely got his head on that. And a foul against Bergen. So now another free kick in a dangerous area for Takcoa Falls. Clock is ticking down. We are inside the final 2 minutes of regulation. Again, if it ends in a draw after regulation, 2 periods of 10 minutes, golden goal. Papadakos with a free kick of a lifetime. Chips it in. Headed away and gathered by Provenzano. Clock's going to stop as Gaddis is down. Gaddis in a lot of pain. Gaddis back up on his feet. Play will resume with a drop ball to Provenzano. 1:34 in regulation. Up the field again. Over the first defender. Flicked up into the air. And a foul called on a Rednick. People are just growing restless here at Alumni Stadium as we trickle down inside the final minute. They're going to play this one short to Ahmed Giovanni. Ahmed Giovanni with a prayer up the field. Going to go out for a goal kick. Bruins going to push everyone forward, but they have to be careful about a quick counterattack inside the final seconds. There are 40 seconds in regulation. A Rednick flicks up. Ahmed Giovanni. That one Takkoa Falls way. Sierra throwing into Ahmed Giovanni. 20 seconds. He works it up the field. Not a clearance. Benevendo with a chance. Benevendo into the box. Sent across. And cleared away by David Issa. 10 seconds to go. Flicked on. Rednick trying to save it. He only has a prayer left. And clock is going to trickle down. Are you kidding me? We have more soccer to play. 90 minutes is not enough. 2 10-minute periods of overtime coming up right after a short break. Golden goal. First team to score wins. If no one scores, it's another PK shootout. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
At the end of the second half, Bob Jones University 2, Takcoa Falls College 2. Fans, we will now be moving on to overtime. We will have one 10-minute period of play. If there is not a goal scored in that first 10 minutes, there will be a second 10-minute period. If at that point the game is still tied, we will move to a penalty kick shootout.
Welcome back, everybody, to the first overtime period. Trenton Goldsmith still with you here. I might not talk for the next few days because of all the talking I've done the last few days with now 2 overtime games. This is the craziest South Region tournament you could have ever dreamed up. Again, this is golden goal. If a team scores, it is over. Takcoa Falls starting with the ball. Benevento going straight up to the top, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do and send it up there. That one bounces around. Benevento going on it already. Takcoa Falls trying to end this early. Edmonds drops it back to Nunez. Papadakos in the middle. Edmonds is down. And right as we start, clock's going to stop again. It was around this point in the semifinal where quite literally everybody was cramping up. Hopefully it's just that. Edmonds, very valuable to Takcoa Falls. Bruins must take care of the initial attacks by Takcoa Falls in this overtime period if they want to pull out with a memorable win. Takcoa Falls starts every period, every half, every restart, guns a-blazing, all the way up. Edmonds being helped off the field. Again, Takcoa Falls still playing without Bodnarescu. Has not re-entered after being injured towards the end of that second half. Especially in that second half, Bob Jones had chances galore to score and win. Came up empty, and now Takcoa Falls trying to make them pay. And it might end up costing Bob Jones a chance to go repeat as national champions. Again, Bob Jones not really in a comfortable position for an at-large bid, but Takcoa Falls is. Bob Jones, the reigning region and national champion from last year. This season was almost basically labeled a rebuild year after graduating 12 players, 8 starters from the starting 11, and 6 of those 8 All-Americans. But now this year, in this quote-unquote rebuild year, they still have a chance here to win the region again. Standing in their way is a hungry, fast, fighting, Screaming Eagles team, looking for their first region championship ever, looking for their first win against Bob Jones ever. It's been a historic season so far. Frosting on the cake would be this championship. That one sent up to a Rednick. Golden opportunity. Touch too far out in front again. Burkett takes it right back. Over to Reinhardt. Jackson Reinhardt sends it over. Had a Rednick and Bergen in the box. Early chances empty for Bob Jones again. Takcoa Falls trying to fight back for the majority of overtime. In that semifinal match, you could tell Takcoa Falls was just playing for a PK shootout. They stacked the box with defenders, parked the bus, and cleared away everything by Pensacola. Takcoa Falls has great PK takers. Sent back to Ahmed Giovanni. It doesn't look like they're doing that here tonight. They want to win, and they want to win in overtime. Playing forward. That one's up towards Benevento, cutting in. Headed up in the air, headed out by Bucky Provenzano. Fistonissa with possession. Fistonissa going forward. Trying to play a Rednick through a Rednick. Can't get past him. Hidalgo stands in the way again. Burkett splits defenders. Working it back to Provenzano. Bergen. And now Issa. Bruins back with possession. Hamilton. Up really to no one. Hidalgo takes it back for Takcoa Falls. Benevendo. Tenorio. Now Takcoa Falls' turn to go forward. Benevendo has speed. He's going to drive. Granados Cruz. Out to Sierra. And now Papadakos. Not a lot of pressure here. Sent towards the box. Issa clears it up. Bad touch by Ahmed Giovanni. And another incredible tackle by Hidalgo. And a foul on a Rednick to follow. A yellow presented to a Rednick. That's just because there's been so many fouls. And immediately after that, Daya Onajoko is going to be coming off the bench again. Again, people are restless with the referees tonight. And in my opinion, I think they're doing a great job. I really do. They haven't let anything intense happen. They've given cards when necessary. Because this game from the very beginning was going to be this intense. Iko Hudson, the hero from the other night, back in the game for Takcoa Falls. Dio Onajoko in the game for Bob Jones. Reinhard cuts that pass off. Bruins are running again. Reinhard in a foot race with Sierra down the line. Reinhard slowing down, gets towards the line. And he's down. David Issa wins a free kick for Bob Jones. This one in a golden spot to put this one close for the game winner. 5.5 minutes to go in this first overtime period. Bucky Provenzano taking this free kick for the Bruins. The Bruins crash towards the net. Provenzano sending it in. Header up in the air, and header out. Bruins had numbers in the box again. Deverez coming back in for Godoy. Huerta short to Hidalgo. We're under 5 minutes to go in this first overtime period. If a goal is scored, this game is over. That clearance gets away from Hidalgo, and he needs to be careful on that wet track from slipping. Hamilton throw in. Onajoko towards the corner. Trying to play for a corner kick here. And a goal kick, one for Takcoa Falls. Huerta, another goal kick. Another one short, out to Nunez. And what do you know? Takcoa Falls sending it deep. And Benevendo sending his body straight into Gaddis. Foul is called. Gaddis dropping back to Provenzano. Working it over to David Issa with a ton of green space in front of him. He's obviously going to take it. Up to Onachoko. That touch too heavy. Hidalgo sending it up to Benevento. Gaddis gets in the way of that one. Burkett all the way across to Issa again. Issa out to his brother Fiston. Fiston Issa. Footwork. Fiston Issa working around. Fiston Issa! Two near post. And another goal kick for Takkoa Falls. Benevento doing what he does, showing his speed. They're opening up for him. Takkoa Falls, that one's a far post send. Kept in by the end line. Takkoa Falls deep in the zone. And Issa gets in the way. A corner kick though for Takkoa Falls. Edwin Gonzalez got through. Clock will stop. Papadakos out to take this corner kick for the Screaming Eagles. Takkoa Falls loads the box. Sent in. Goes far post over everybody. Benevento going out to regain possession. Burkett against him. Sent back in. Headed up in the air. Not out of play yet. Sierra with the ball now. That's sent back in. Takkoa Falls with numbers. Goal kick for Bob Jones. Clock will remain going. That's what's for a sub to come on. Wow, what a move here by Coach Greg Fulton. Peter Chomdimba coming in for the first time tonight. Hodgkin tried to come on and the referee said no. I don't think he lined up at the center line in time. Benevento shielding off Hamilton. And a foul called against Hamilton. People don't like that.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Another free kick for the Screaming Eagles. Papadakos taking this one as well. 50 seconds. Sent in. Everyone holding their breath. It's still down there. Solomon trying to get in the way. Gaddis does get in the way. Corner kick now. Screaming Eagles have to go quickly. 30 seconds. Referee not stopping the clock. 20 seconds. Time continues to tick. Takkoa Falls sends the house. Sent into the box. 10 seconds.
7, 6,
Bruins just have to clear it out. It's not cleared yet. It's bouncing around. Benevento, that shot's deflected out. And so we're moving on to the second overtime period. We're still going. 100 minutes is not enough. Quick break before we begin again. I'm going to take a breather, and I encourage you to as well. Welcome back once again for the second period of overtime.
So the first goal scored will win the game. And if the score is still tied at the end of this period, we will move to a penalty kick shootout.
Bruins starting with the ball again. If someone scores, this game is over. 10 more minutes to crown a champion starts now. Possession in that first half of overtime was about 50-50. Chances, however, Bruins had more. Takcoa Falls' chances are gutsier because of their speed. Benevendo is probably one of the most dangerous soccer players I've ever seen. He has the opportunity to burst through a defensive line whenever he wants. And no doubt, he's trying to keep his season going and trying to win a region championship. Out for the Takcoa Falls throw-in. If no goal is scored, it's a penalty kick shootout. Tracking here, Takcoa Falls. Provenzano comes back and clears it out. But Takcoa Falls keep possession in their offensive half. Papadakos out to Sierra. Back to Papadakos with space in front of him. He's going to send it far post into the box. Gaddis was diving to head it away. Got past him, but Provenzano grabs it. Bruins chance now here to possess for themselves and get their own chances to end this game in dramatic fashion. Issa has been working all night. Can't split his defenders. And down goes Tenorio. And clock will finally stop as Tenorio in a lot of pain. Bruins fans are very upset the way this game has been managed over the last few minutes. Free kick for Takcoa Falls, 7:55 left in overtime. Tenorio's limping around. Still doesn't look quite that comfortable. A chance again to send it all the way up to the attackers of Takcoa Falls. That one sent short all the way across the field to Hidalgo. They're going to keep their players up as Hidalgo sends it back over to Sierra, shifting the Bruins defense back and forth. Papadakos in the middle. Still haven't kicked it forward. Back to Hidalgo. Over to Ahmed Giovanni. He has to chase it down. Keeps it in, though. Hodgkin almost takes it away and can't get it to stay in bounds. A throw-in for Takcoa Falls. Sierra up the field. Bergen heads it away. Hodgkin trying to bring it down. Heavy chest touch, though. Issa up towards Will Hodgkin. Hodgkin touching it towards a Rednick. Can't get it past his defense. A little bit behind him. And now a counter from Takcoa Falls. A valuable one at that. Gonzalez. Up with Bergen and Issa. Cleared away for now. Papadakos takes possession back. Tenorio. Hudson. Near the top of the box. And the Bruins have a chance here for a counterattack. A Rednick is offsides. Hodgkin gets his first touchback. Up to a Rednick. That's too far out in front. And Huerta gathers it up. Hodgkin was patient with that pass because a Rednick left too early. It was offsides at first, had to take another dribble. And now Takcoa Falls trying to settle it back down. Sent up towards Gonzalez. He's by himself, 1-on-3. He's joined by a couple teammates. The footwork and the ball work from these players on Takcoa Falls has been excellent tonight. Sierra. Benevendo. Back to Sierra. Sierra about to send it into the box. Oh, man, Gaddis just about saved that one. Gonzalez in the box. Shot blocked by Gaddis. That's a one-timer from the top. And out for a goal kick. Sam Gaddis coming up big time, laying his body out for all of these. Provenzano up the field. That one gets over. Issa wins possession back. Reinhard, that pass to Hodgkin just really weird off his foot. Reinhard touching up the line. Reinhard tracking towards the box. And he slips on the cross. It goes straight out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. We're inside the final 5 minutes. Hamilton, quality header, but quality speed on the other side going the other way. It's a Bob Jones throw-in. It seems to be after every play, someone takes a deep breath. Every time Takcoa Falls has the ball, Bob Jones holding their breath. Every time it goes the other way around, Takcoa Falls holding their breath. Throw in near midfield. Under 4 minutes to go. Clock will stop as they retrieve a ball. If no one scores in the next 3 minutes and 49 seconds, we have another penalty kick shootout. And I'm pretty sure that would be an advantage to Bob Jones. They've seen where Takcoa's takers put it. Three minutes and 30 seconds. Burkett gets to that ball first. Bruins with possession. Provenzano up towards his fellow freshman and Reinhard. Good shield. A foul called on Reinhard. So Takcoa takes possession back on a free kick. That's a flick on and cleared away by Hamilton away from Benevendo. That's a tackle from Solomon and a free kick for Takcoa Falls. Another one right inside their offensive third. And the holding of breath continues on the Bob Jones side. And that's the majority of Alumni Stadium here tonight. Papadakos taking this one again. He continues to put these free kicks in a gorgeous spot. Into the box it goes. Provenzano tracking, punches it out. Tenorio has an angle. Tenorio on his left foot. Drops back. It's still in the area. Hodgkin sending up a Rednick. A Rednick against Hidalgo again. Asher Rednick one-on-one with the defender. He has one defender. Hidalgo is incredible. Burkett, though. That pass is deflected out. Sent all the way over to Issa. Under 2 minutes to play. Issa touches in. Issa with hands on his back, nothing called. A minute and a half to go. Santiago Hidalgo is unbelievable. Sent towards the net. Orednik can only watch where to catch it. Huerta taking his time, throwing it short. Takcoa Falls trying to send everybody up the field now. Sent up forward towards Benevento. Now gathered by Gonzalez. Sent out to Sierra. Space in front. Sierra touches toward the line. Reinhardt getting back. Gets it away from him. Issa trying to clear it away. Heavy touch by Issa. No! Oh, man! A penalty is called in the final minute. It's a foul on Issa. And now Takcoa Falls has a chance to win it in overtime with a penalty kick. This game is now in the hands of Patricio Benevento and Luke Provenzano. The biggest moment of each of their careers. South Region Championship on the line. Patricio Benevento puts it in! Puts it in! Takcoa Falls wins! Takcoa Falls! First region championship in history! History made here tonight at Alumni Stadium. And they punched their ticket to the national tournament. That ends the most intense South Region tournament ever. Everyone that has watched along the way, thank you so much for joining us. It was our pleasure to host this tournament, this historic tournament, and it was absolutely my privilege to be with you here tonight and throughout this tournament. My name is Trenton Goldsmith, signing off one final time of this 2025 soccer season. Big congratulations to my friend Nathan Lowry, coach of Takcoa Falls, and his team for the first region championship ever.